Holy Godsman.
God protects, God serves.
Greetings. What do you have on offer? What do you have on offer? Farewell.
Good luck on the...
Vedian Dokas and kids.
Am I invisible?
Race no fuss! Water no wine! I'm watching your flinty hide.
Do you know my favorite wine?
All right.
It's Geralt of Rivia.
Greetings. I hope you...
Would you grab?
Of course.
Farewell.
Good luck on... Greetings. I hope...
Would you craft some?
Of course.
Farewell.
Greetings.
What do you have on? Farewell.
Good luck on the...
Long live Duchessa Anna Henrietta.
All is in order!
I wonder what the old lady's...
The best!
Think you could craft some? Fair.
No! See you later!
You need new Brit...
So long.
Oh,
Greetings.
Geralt, there you are. So, our...
Not exactly what I imagined. I believe I posed with all my clothes.
Invalid as a criticism.
Can see that. Anyway,
You don't like it. Perhaps you'd care to buy the paint. Given our rapport, I shall take a loss. For you, I'll part with it. I will.
Why? All right.
Oh!
Patrolling on an empty stomach. Oh, dreadful.
Regis. Couldn't have picked some other place to meet. Viking Wars. And victuals aplenty around here. Kiki more eggs. Need to incinerate these to ash. the stench. Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind, but we did not meet so I could prove how very original I am.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Dettlaff wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megascope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out. Abruxa had taken an interest in it.
It's Dettlaff's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to
How's it work?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather... This triggers visions of events...
Any chance we might see what Dettlaff was doing?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Dettlaff's hideout.
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here. Guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cat?
Precisely. And the reason why I...
Can't you just summon Dettlaff? You're both hired vampires, there's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me,
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Dettlaff. But the very act of contacting this, an exercise as
Kovinaris spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Dettlaff's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned. Him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time, nonetheless, so perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
Everyone's got some secret.
It's your sophisticated way of... I prefer almost always to ask you directly.
Maybe you should go first. Reveal one of your...
Anything in particular interest you?
Curious what you did after you were reborn.
As I'm sure you can surmise. At first, I was thoroughly absorbed with recovering. As it is, I've still not recovered completely. Detlef bore my weakness bravely. Showed great patience. If not for him, I wouldn't be here. And I'd have regenerated far slower. Once I could at last stand unassisted, I set off for Bruges, for my one-time home of Dillingen. There I led the peaceful life of a rural healer and surgeon, enjoying my neighbours' respect and, in fact, constituting the exact opposite of the monstrous vampire the populace imagines.
Bruges, you say? Rebirth make you sentimental?
Perhaps a dash. But what of you? Where have you been? Ever find your Cirilla?
Back then, yeah. But we parted again soon after. And when the time was ripe, she came back. Defeated the Wild Hunt together.
Ooh. Seems I certainly missed quite a bit while I was absent.
True enough. But it's a conversation we'll have another time. Need to know more. Gotta ask you the big question.
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well-founded? Well, that I do not know. We vampires differ. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist.
But were you dead?
As humans understand death, yes.
Feel anything?
It's rather hard to explain. I felt something after rebirth did I begin to...
Can't have been alive then. She...
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know. Yet thus I often find myself wondering...
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got 1,000,000 crowns to spend can't possibly understand one who's only got 20.
Very true. One's outlook can indeed change much.
Got a new life, a new body. That give you a new start? Blank slate?
Starting all anew is a very broad concept. What exactly do you mean? All addictions are a form of slavery.
Fair enough.
Not to worry, Geralt.
Always...
A difficult and laborious process, but one...
For a bit. But...
Yes, you humans are rather buggered. We vamp... However, if one of our own strikes the deadly...
All right, give you one...
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you...
That's what interests you most? Whether I'd like to be a Witcher again?
Many things interest me, but we've not much time left. Please answer.
Never chose to be a Witcher. Fate chose for me. Had it been my choice, I'd have picked a different profession. A profession where I wouldn't have to risk my life every minute of every day. Maybe even one that had earned me some respect.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege of the very few.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment. Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact.
Appreciate the compliment.
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts...
Impossible. My brethren hunted...
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive. It seems...
Know anything else about this
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things.
Come on, search your memory. Something.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or, perhaps greed, rapacity.
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt, I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts? Professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the white's saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little...
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate. It's...
Spoons. Let's do this.
Do you match in the white?
Worst case scenario? So, see...
Yes, till later.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this...
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle...
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
Bar guests. Never a good omen. Let's dance. Spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm, a message, trying to tell me something. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection. Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly upset. Regis mentioned the place. A pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship. Must have graced a rich man's table. White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred. No spoon you have shall sate you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Ah! Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. Spoon, pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Cauldron I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. Table's set. White, who lives here, is getting ready for some sort of feast. Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. Regis needs some brew. I'm afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. Regis needs some brew. I'm afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron. Damn it. Gotta catch it. Seems I'll have to kill the white in its own junk heap. Now to carve out its salivary glands. White's salivary glands will have to do for Regis. High time I got them to him. sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm, a message, trying to tell me something. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly upset. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. No spoon you have shall say to you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon. Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. Girl realized she was changing into a monster, recorded it in her diary. Poignant. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship must have graced a rich man's table. Spoon, pretty ordinary, maybe a little old. Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It makes sense. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him. Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy. Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. thousands of them here. White's been a collector for years. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. What I was looking for? White's not particularly tidy. Table's set. White, who lives here, is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it. Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. Regis needs some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron. We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons. Likeness. Think it worked. Just not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench. Show me what you got. Easy. Not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
I'll take you someplace safe. So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. Don't worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftover. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever, and as she even refuted.
A harsh punishment.
Curses are tricky. Marlena had spent decades looking.
So what did? That's it?
Simplest solutions are. Besides, when you're a white, it's pretty damn hard to find will.
I imagine so. But most importantly, it is now over. Please, don't worry. She will be in good hands here.
Thanks.
I thank you. So tasty. Oh, so good.
One false move and you will regret it.
You deaf, or you deaf?
Just a few more ledges.
All is in order!
Greetings. Of course.
Farewell.
Good luck.
Damned bedbugs.
Do you know the colors I would see on the Duchy's banners? Red, white, and rose.
Whatever mutilated it sure wasn't human. Another drowner, even more mangled. A lot of drowner corpses lying around. Hunter's gotta be one powerful beast. This is getting old. Some overgrown brute murdered a whole swarm of drowners. This is getting old. Some overgrown brute murdered a whole swarm of drowners. This is getting old. Some overgrown brute murdered a whole swarm of drowners. This is getting old. Some overgrown brute murdered a whole swarm of drowners. This is getting old. Some overgrown brute murdered a whole swarm of drowners. This is getting old. Some overgrown brute murdered a whole swarm of drowners. This is getting old. Some overgrown brute murdered a whole swarm of drowners. Troll. Haven't seen one this big in a while. Gotta be ancient. Something tells me it got a little angry. Closer. There's a troll abode. Oh, then here, I might as well look around. A letter? I'd have attacked the pretty good with his hands, but I'd never suspect he could write. Troll must have nabbed the owner of these before he could reach the fortress. Seems how young this troll detests drowners.
million, Dorcas. Enquete.
When the clock strikes 6, ladies start to work their lifts.
Ow!
Greetings. Would you... Of course.
Would you craft some?
Of course.
Farewell.
Good luck. Tip of the hat. He's Victor. Up, shoop, dum, da, re, re, up, shoop.
Greetings.
Would you craft?
Of course.
Farewell.
The guard brings peace to our
Don't live on an
domains.
empty stomach.
Its writ, rotting chains.
I do not know how I will ever repay you, Witcher.
Don't expect to be paid. Hope you're feeling better, that's all.
Oh, yes, I feel my strength returning thanks chiefly to Barnabas Bas.
Horrible ordeal you endured. Glad I got...
Yes, years of suffering. You know, all my family is long gone now. The last of my kin perished.
This is a big house, big estate. You can stay here.
Truly? I could never infringe so on your hospitality. Yet...
Yeah?
After all I've suffered, the years of starvation...
Don't see a problem if that's your dream. You could help Barnabas Basil in the kitchen.
Nothing could make me happier.
No, thank you. House could use a woman's touch.
I've one other thing I'd like to tell you. If you wish to find them, you must...
Do just that. I'd never expect someone with your...
Do you fear I will cook in your...
Counting on you having slightly better...
Of that, you can be sure.
Thought you were a lady. Oh.
Do you mean to say a woman of my rank should have had a cook? You're right of...
You sure you don't...
I cannot say yet. Too little time has passed since...
Visited others' homes as a white.
Yes, but ever at night.
Remember, you can always change your mind. Decide you've lived here long enough.
I'd never wished...
And I'd never want you to stay again. See you later.
Take care, Witcher. And...
I want to look around some. Full. Nothing interesting here. This one's full too. Full. This one's full too. Nothing interesting here. Full. Nothing interesting here. This one's full too. Strange. That's awful pretty. It'll look great in a house. Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from the hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Pretty helpful creatures. Call on them often?
I try not to overdo it. But they can be so useful. As they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive...
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher...
It's not that simple.
Not sure I understand what the problem is.
The blood must be in an agitated state. To make a long story short...
Dangerous?
True. But I should be highly agitated. If you've ever seen it...
How will we handle that?
That makes two of them.
All right. So what do you want to do?
We shall visit Tesha Mudna. Beasts you will then kill.
Tesha Mudna.
It is a place of... This brought trouble on the entire
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill...
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Tesha Mudna. Inside it, a cage made it tight. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will...
See no reason to dawdle.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sancurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. 1 drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I have no choice. As things stand, the die is cast.
And you're starting to scare me.
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and
Sure you know what you're doing?
I can only hope I do. Please, let's go. The longer we delay...
You lead. Scurvers must be getting close to their feet.
Correct. I told you.
An ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwelcome guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher...
Tricky mechanisms, a vampire hideout.